Hi folks, Tek here from thefanriot.com and the FanRiot Podcast, back again with another unboxing and review. This time around we'll be reviewing Gamerz Tek 8-bit entertainment system clone, or an NES console clone. Gamerz Tek is known for making small clones. So far they've only made an NES and an SNES clone, hoping we'll see future clones. But what I like about them is that the NES and the SNES colors and schematics are very similar to the original consoles. So I like that they look a lot like the originals, which is very cool. And it goes with your game and the controllers. If you want to get an original control, it'll go with the console or the clone console. But we're going to dig into it right after the break. Please stand by. Welcome back, guys. We went ahead and just took the console out so we wouldn't spend so much time breaking it apart and untying everything. But this is basically what comes in the box. Look how small it is, actually. Look, my hand actually is bigger than it. But I want to show you the box first. The box is matte, has a glossy kind of print here. Not much to it, just kind of gives you the schematics of the audio, video, power controllers, and kind of shows you a glimpse of the actual console. Here it shows the console on two different angles. And that's basically it. Just kind of a standard box. Usual printing here, just to give you a little bit breakdown of what you get inside the box. But let's get into the actual console. So, like I said before, this is very small, and I really love how they kind of tried to clone the original NES. It has the same color scheme, has the two ports here, has reset and power over here, has mono audio and video back here, AC. And that's basically all there is to it. I mean, this is super small. As you can tell, the game actually, the width of the game actually takes up the whole console. I mean, you can just sneak this in a drawer. I mean, it just won't take that much space up. If you're one who has a lot of consoles and you just kind of want to get one to put away your old consoles and kind of replace it so you can still play your games, I mean, this will be a good deal. So let's see what else they have here. So we got the standard AC adapter and the AV audio again. So we'll move that aside. And then we have the two controllers that come with it. I'm actually very happy that it comes with two controllers. There's some consoles out there that only come with one. I'm not too sure about Retrobits and Retrons. I know they both have their own NES single clones here. I'm not too sure if they come with one or two controllers, but I know this one for sure obviously comes with both. And what I love about them is that they're like exact clones of the original NES controller. It does say Gamerz Tek right there, obviously, but it has select start. I mean, the buttons feel exactly like the original. I would say that this might be a little stiff, but I think maybe just because it's fairly new. But everything feels, exactly like it. Obviously, there's no Nintendo logo and all that kind of stuff here because it's a clone. But look how they how much they put into thought to actually make this look like the original. I mean, that is by far the best thing ever, and it matches the console. So if you actually get the original controllers, you don't have to worry about not matching your console. Very awesome, very cool idea by them, and I just love the fact that they did this. It's just an amazing controller. So I'm happy I was able to get this one. But let's kind of go ahead and try out how the games fit in there. So here I have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I am very aware that a lot of clone consoles kind of grip onto these games very hard, and it's very hard to take them out. But because we're going to give it a try. So goes in right there. It's a little loose. I mean, I wish it was just a little tighter here. But I mean, it fits well. I mean, if as long as you don't knock it over or kind of hit it, you should be okay. Here is power, reset, and that's it. Let's see how hard it is to take out. Oh yeah, it's really in there. All right, so it's out, but that was kind of hard to get out. And let's try another one here. We have Super Mario Brothers 3, a classic. Again, it's a little loose, but that's just because of the gap here is not it's not small enough. It's actually a lot more wider than it should be. But I mean, if it works, then it's not a big deal. So let's try it again. Oh, this one's getting actually a little harder to take out. So yeah, I mean, that was to be expected. A lot of the retro consoles have the same problem. I know the Retron 5 is actually even worse. It actually, some people have damaged their games on that system. I hope that doesn't happen here, but it is a little tight. But we're going to go ahead and show you a video of the gameplay to see how it works and if it works properly. Stay tuned. Alright folks, so we're going to go ahead and try out some games on the Gamerz Tek NES clone here. We are playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. Fan favorite, definitely a favorite of mine. So far, no hiccups. The control is very responsive. I like the control because it actually says Gamerz Tek on it, but it looks almost exactly like the original. A lot of companies who make clones try to make their own controllers and usually fail in actually making the controller feel like the original, but this one feels very close to it. The buttons work well, very nice here. Also, folks, don't forget to change the aspect ratio on your to 4.3 on your TV, because the 16.9 widescreen will actually stretch this out and it will look kind of funky. Alright, so that's that. Let's try a different game. There we have Mario. Let's see if we can get the aspect ratio down a bit. Alright. So in the Turtles version was actually playing on the not full widescreen but on the zoom in. So this one is actually playing on its original aspect ratio. As you can tell, we've probably already played this. Obviously, it doesn't save like all the other games do. Feels, I mean, the D-pad is a little stiff. Maybe because you know, we just started using it. Obviously, it's a little clicky, but this is the closest I've seen a clone create a controller closest to the original. It still looks and feels pretty good. The actual buttons are pretty precise. The only thing that's a little off is the D-pad, but I think maybe it's because it's brand new and we have to wear it in. Nonetheless, I mean, it feels very good. Alright, pretty awesome. Let's try another game now. And seems like the aspect ratio kind of switches back on my TV, so I'm going to have to keep swapping it every single time. So, I mean, that's probably just on mine. There you go. So I have to put mine on standard. There is an oversized and then there is the widescreen. That's pretty much the 4.3 here. As you can tell in this one, you can actually see some lines. It's a little funky. You probably wouldn't see this on a tube television, but here with this LED, you can actually see lines. So that's a little. Somebody has cute sexy. So obviously this is me. The cute sexy one was whoever owned this prior. So again, works fairly the same. I think I'm starting to get used to this D-pad here. Like I said, it's a little off still. It's not off; it's just a little stiff. Oh. Hey, some money. All right, let's get out of here. Alright, kill some bad guys. And then here's when I start to suck. Ah! Not bad. Alright, let's try another game. So far, so good. let's try a classic here. One of my son's favorite games. Again, you see lines in this game. I think it's just in certain particular games that you'll see the lines. Let me change the ratio here. That is what you're going to want to see there. Alright. No! I was never really good at Pac-Man. And one day I will be buying an arcade machine, a Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man arcade machine, solely because my son is just obsessed with Pac-Man. He's an old soul. He loves really old retro things, and it actually makes me kind of happy. But yeah, this is one of his favorite games on the NES. Of all time, actually, and I am dead. But that's pretty much it for the gameplay. I've only going to test a few games, but so far the games work pretty well. Let's get back to the video. Alright, welcome back. So, I hope you got a glimpse of the gameplay. It works fairly well. You have to change the aspect ratio so the games play in the original aspect, but I think overall it works well. In the video I did explain how the D-pad was a little stiff, and I think you just have to wear it in. Overall, though, the controls are fairly responsive. They work very well. The console, again, is very small, very nice looking, sleek. Has the retro cool colors that the original NES has, so that makes me super happy. I mean, somebody sees this and they're like, hey, look, it looks like an NES. Unlike, Retro Bits and Retron 5s or Retron's clones, they have different colors. They don't look anything like the NES, where here Gamerz Tek kind of take the liberty to do that. Overall, it's a really cool console, and it's very cheap. This is like $15 on Amazon. Sometimes it's $19, sometimes it goes down. I've seen it as low as $13 at one point. Retron's, I believe, is about $16, and I think 8-bit Retro Bits is about $15 to $20. So they're all cheap because they play single games, but this one in particular plays Castlevania 3, which I've heard is it doesn't play in a lot of clones because of the chip that's inside that game doesn't coincide with a lot of the other clones. I know. I think Retron's no, not Retron's, Retro Bits. One of Retro Bits consoles clones, you can actually install a chip. You have to weld it though, and it will actually play those games. I know there's a couple that won't play. I know this one even plays the aftermarket ones like Bible Story and a few others. So I don't have those games, so I can't show you. But if you look online, you'll find out that this pretty much plays everything. So for it being such a small console, and looking so much like the NES, the controls are exactly the same, aside from the stiffness of the D-pad. I could give this like an 8 out of 10. It's an amazing console. It's super light, super small. You look at it and you think it's just a toy. Technically it is, right? But it works, it plays, and I'm super happy about it. And I have an announcement too. I actually got 2 of these. I'm going to be giving one away in a couple of days, and hopefully a lucky winner will get their own and they can play all their old games. But yeah, thanks a lot for watching our videos. You can follow us on Twitter at Twitter and Instagram, or you go to thefanride.com, find all our social links. You can follow us on Facebook, YouTube. Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments section, or just send us a shout out. Like our videos, subscribe if you like our videos. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching. Have a great week.